How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms, and there you were.
It's a record of Lamont's most famous songs, Volume 1, because we can't fit them all in one. That's basically going to be an unplugged, intimate sort of reclamation and reinvention of the original Motown hits.
Who knew, you know what I mean, that after all of these years that these songs would be revisited again in this form. We're just having a ball with it, and we think that the audience and the fans of this music will get a kick out of it as well. I started out writing poems, actually, you know, and went from poems to selling love letters for the guys, 50 cents a piece. I got very successful at that because they started calling me the Candy Man. And then I started thinking, wow, this is very interesting because a lot of the songs that we hear on the radio have situations, you know, and those situations sometimes are hard to come by. So I started thinking, well, hey, I could use these situations to write songs.
Baby, 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 don't leave me. Please don't leave me all by myself.
You know what it does? It really takes me back to the first time I wrote the song, Where Did Our Love Go? A song that nobody seemed to like at the time. There was a lot of people at the company at Motown that just didn't get it. I mean, they felt that it was kind of corny, and groups like the Marvelettes didn't want to have anything to do with it. Gladys Horton said, honey, well, we don't do songs like that, baby. So I said, God, I'm in trouble because I'd already cut the track. The deal is at Motown at the time, if you cut something, being one of the producers, if you cut a track and didn't get one of the artists to sing it, it was coming out of your pocket, you know what I mean? So after kind of looking around and checking the roster to see who I could get to do this song, at the bottom of the list was the group The Supremes. Well, you know, they were low on the totem pole, so to speak, you know. And I said, well, they can't afford to, you know, say no, you know, so they'll have to do this. So then I saw Mary Wilson coming across the lawn, the Motown lawn. I said, Mary, come here. I was putting on my acting hat and acting so excited. I got this song. I just finished, and it's just for you guys. I mean, it was meant for you. This is meant for you guys. She said, wait a minute. You talking about this song that you took to everywhere else and nobody wanted? I said, huh? What are you talking about? And she said, no, we're not doing that song. You always giving us the leftovers that nobody else wants. So we got the Hollands and I got a demo together and make them do it. Anyway, we took them in the studio. The attitude of Diane was so surly and so, I mean, just you could just hear it on the tape, you know. Baby, baby, where did our love go? It was just like somebody was just in disgust, you know, but the funny thing about it was when the guys heard it in the control room, we heard it back and heard a disgusted sound, and it sounded like she was just totally pissed. You know, it was exactly like what that song needed. The attitude was spot on. And we started, I said, wait a minute. He said, no, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. I wasn't even thinking that way. She's got it and don't even know she's got it. You know what I mean? And we just kept the tape rolling and she kept singing. You know, it was an iconic performance, you know. We took it She left out after the song was finished, stormed out of the room, and went over to the next building where Berry Gordy, and told him about it. She was crying and upset. So, so Barry came over because he was discussing. What are you bothering you? Can't y'all get along to do this up? And he said, let me hear the song. And he listened to it for a minute. Take it from the top again. And after listening to it, he said, man, this sounds like it could be something. And we said, oh, really? And he said, yeah, I really, truly believe that this will be a record for you guys, you know? Put the record out. The record just shot up. The radio had all kind of response from the public and selling like crazy. Every song that we did on Supremes became number one, at least 13 of them. 13 consecutive number ones. I mean, from Baby Love to Stop in the Name of Love, You Can't Hurry Love, Reflections, you know, Love Is Here, Now You're Gone. I mean, it just went on and on and on. So that was like the beginning of something very special.
Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop.
Stop in the Name of Love was it's about me having an affair with two women. And one of the women that I had a rendezvous with, I put it that way, at the No-Tail Motel. And the main one that I was living with had to got word that I was at the No-Tail Motel with the other girl. There was a big knock at the door, and it was about like, I guess, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up, and I heard the killer outside, the main one that I was living with, screaming and screaming and carrying on. I know you're in there. Open up this damn door. Who is it? It scared the girl half to death. The other, you know, she jumped up and started throwing on clothes and stuff. And she said, well, what's going on? I said, just go out the back. Hey, you don't back door. So she climbed out the bathroom window, you know. I opened the door and I tried to act like, what's going on? You know, where's she at? I know you're in there with somebody. I said, please, baby, please. I said, I'm not in here with nobody. I had to, got tired, left the studio, come down there and had a few, and fell asleep. You know, you can look around, ain't nobody in there. I know she's in there checking the place out. I said, why don't you stop this? Don't you understand that I would never do nothing like that to you? And she's just ratting and raving. No, I know you got this. I said, please, baby, please stop it in the name of love. Ooh. And I mean, it just slipped out because it was kind of I was trying to break up the nonsense and trying to ease all of this affliction thing that she was putting on me. and then I said, wait a minute, hold on. I said, did you hear that? She said, well, what are you talking about? You trying to be funny or something? I said, no, didn't you hear that cash register?
Yeah,
you know, that cha-ching, you know. And I was trying to laugh it off and everything. She didn't think it was funny and everything.
But you wrote it down.
But then I wrote it down. So when we finally left there together and went home. And the next day, boy, this thing stayed and stopped in the name of love. And I got to the studio that morning, and Brian was there. He was fooling around, playing. He played everything slow, you know. So in this particular one, he was. I said, man, I got the right hook for that, and the idea. He told me, what are you talking about? I said, that melody. He said, oh, that's a ballad. I said, there ain't no ballad. That's a #1 song here if we do it right, you know. Then I started saying, stop in the name of love. He said, yeah, that's it. And then we just like put it together. A lot of stuff we put together like that, you know.
sugar pie, honey bunch. You know that I love you. Oh, I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. In and out my life.
I stayed with my grandmother when I was a kid. She owned her own home beauty shop. And when they were coming up the walkway, in the mornings when they would come over to have their hair done, my grandfather would be in peddling around in the garden. I mean, it was a rose garden thing that led the pathway. So when they come in, he was a bit of a flirt, you know what I mean? So he would always, how you doing, sugar pie? Good morning, honey bunch.
Oh.
You know, he was one of those type of guys.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother had a big bay window to the front of the house. And she would be looking at, she said, look at that old codger out there. He think I don't see him. She said, I know what he's doing, you know.
Yeah.
And he was just flirting, and a big smile on him saying, how you doing, sugar pie? How you doing, honey bunch, this morning? How you feel? You all right? You know, yeah, touchy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be sitting there watching him, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there on the porch, and I'm watching all this. I guess I was about 11 or 12. And I'm sitting there listening. I was just like a sponge, you know, kids are like sponges, and I was soaking it up. And he had so many gems and things I was watching because he was such a character. Speed up the car. We were at Motown. And I'm sitting at the piano. Dun, 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 dun. And I usually, you know, take these trips, these mind trips, back to my childhood, you know. I'm trying to see what this piano part is telling me, you know. What story it's going to tell me, you know.
Yeah.
Or what it's going to conjure up or bring to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, there my grandfather is.
Really?
Piddling in the garden.
Uh-huh.
Then this figure was playing dun 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 dun. And I was looking at this memory in my mind's eye. And all of a sudden, I hear where the song is supposed to go. And I hear him saying, good morning, sugar pie. How you doing, honey bun? And then that's when it started.
Awesome.
Sugar pie, honey bunch. You know that I love you.
And this first line.
I can't help myself. I'm in love with nobody else. Ooh,
in and out my life. You come and you go, leaving just your picture behind. And I've kissed it 1,000 times.